So I guess you said that someone will talk about cannabis at least one time every semester, so I guess I'll be that person. But I only talk about it because this November 4th, the legalization of medical marijuana in Florida is going to be on the ballot. And I know the majority of you are not 18 or registered voters, but you can pass on the information to a registered voter. I just wanted to let you guys know that 23 states of the U.S. are already legalized marijuana in some form or way, and 5 of them have had it legal since the 90s. California's had it legal since 1996, Oregon, Alaska, and Washington since 98, and Maine since 1999. And because it's the legalization of medical marijuana, I just want to touch on some medical aspects of cannabis. There was this study about cannabis versus 17 FDA-approved drugs. And they did the study based off of the drug being the primary suspect of death and the secondary suspect of death. For cannabis, the primary suspect of death, how many deaths there were from marijuana. There was 0 as the primary, and there was 279 deaths as the secondary suspect. Cumulatively, out of the 17 FDA-approved drugs, 11,687 deaths were total, and 10,008 of them were from the primary suspect. They did them between antiemetics, which are for nausea, antispasmodic, which are for muscle spasms, pain, stuff like that, antipsychotics, like lithium or Seroquel. And then they did a handful of popular drugs for the study. Of the antiemetics, there was 625 total deaths, 196 of them were the first, and 429 second. Of the antispasmodics, there was 174 deaths total, 118 first, 56 second. And the antipsychotics, there was 2,295 deaths, 1,593 of them being the first and 702 the second. Of the popular drugs, I just wanted to mention Wellbutrin, which is a very popular and well-known antidepressant, and it can be used for quitting smoking, and I'm currently taking this drug as well as my mother. And also Viagra. For Wellbutrin, there was 1,352 deaths, 1,132 of them being the first suspect, and 220 is the second. And Viagra is the one of the other well-known ones, which has been around for a very long time. And there was 2,294 deaths total from that, and 2,254 was because Viagra was the primary suspect. There are also several medical diseases that marijuana specifically helps alleviate the pain or the symptoms of it. I'll only mention a few. Glaucoma is an eye disease. It causes blindness due to an increased pressure in your eye, and marijuana relieves the pressure, therefore relieving the pain of the disease. It helps relieve seizures because the THC binds to your brain cells that control relaxation and excitability. And of course, one of the most well-known uses marijuana has for is chemotherapy, which has nausea, pain, appetite loss, and it addresses all of those aspects. You know, it takes away the nausea, it increases your appetite, it takes away the pain from the chemo. And people who need this, who take it, and have found that marijuana helps, you know, it's illegal for them, except if they're in the right state. And I just think that it should be legal because there's a lot of beneficial aspects to cannabis, and it's very organic. It comes straight from the ground. You could pick it off the stem or the plant if you wanted, or grow it in your bathtub or in your backyard.